Hey everybody, it's Zach from Cold Country Salmon, your source for wild Alaskan salmon. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what makes a piece of fish sushi grade. While there is no defined definition for sushi grade, generally what it means to your average fishmonger is it's their best piece of fish. To us, it means something slightly different at coldcountrysalmon.com. We are focused on quality from catching to delivering to your door. When we catch a piece of fish, sushi quality means that it's processed within 3 days of being caught. That means we catch it, we put it in our hold, we pack it with ice. It's been pressure bled, which means forcing all the blood out of the piece of fish to help preserve its quality. When it gets to the processing facility, it's processed immediately, blast frozen to minus 40 degrees and vac sealed, and then stored, and this is very important, something you won't find at a grocery store, stored for its entire life cycle until it gets to your door at a minimum of minus 10 degrees. A lot of what you'll get at the grocery store, A, has been thawed out, which is terrible for a piece of fish. The fish should remain frozen until you're ready to use it. B, they store it in coolers and freezers that are hovering around zero or slightly above zero. At that temperature, the fish continues to degrade. It should be stored at minus 10 or lower, all the way to minus 20, to keep it as fresh as the day it was caught and processed. We tend to do very short runs on our boat, which means sometimes your fish has been caught and processed in the same day, but our maximum is 3 days, and when it's properly packed in ice, that ensures maximum freshness when it arrives at your door. Now, what does a great fresh piece of wild caught salmon smell like when you open the bag? There should be a mild hint of the ocean, we like to say. And that is to say, there's going to be a slight fish smell. Should it reek or smell of ammonia? No, that's a sign of a bad piece of fish. A lot of times you'll see fish at your grocery store that looks mildly unappealing. It's been thawed out, it's on display. A lot of that has to do with A, how long it's been thawed out and on display. You don't know, which is why you should buy it frozen. But also they do a couple of things that also help to further degrade the piece of fish and make it less tasty when it makes it to your table. One of those things is how they debone the piece of fish. The highest quality piece of fish will still have the pin bones in it, and you will pull the pin bones. We sell both pin bone in and pin bone out fish. If you want true sushi grade, go for the pin bone in and remove the pin bones yourself. We have videos that show you how to do that. You can go to our website, coldcountrysalmon.com, and figure out how to do that. It's very simple, very easy, and it's a step that takes another 5 minutes before you enjoy your piece of fish. The piece of fish that we have here below is an average sized piece of our wild caught coho salmon, something that I personally fish. We bring these out of the water alive, and as I said, pressure bleed them, pack them in ice, process within 3 days. This particular piece has not been pin boned, so you'll notice there's no jagged scar down the middle of it. When grocery stores tend to pin bone fish, they don't use tweezers and do it gently. They simply cut a swath, basically a canyon, right down the center of the fish where the pin bones are, opening up that piece of fish to bacteria and oxygen, which helps to break down the fish and make it less tasty when it makes it to your plate. And this is essentially what a piece of fish is going to look like after you've thawed it out in your refrigerator overnight, or you could do a cold water bath if you need a little faster than that. You open up the tightly sealed, vac sealed bag, and this is what you're going to be looking at. This is a 3/4 pound piece of fish. Our portion sizes tend to go from a ½ pound to about a pound. A pound is good for 2 people. 3/4 pound is good for a very hungry person or 2 less hungry people. And a ½ pound is generally about the smallest portion I would recommend. A child might eat a little less. But having too much salmon is never a problem. Leftover salmon makes a great addition to pastas, pizzas, Asian dishes. So you don't have to be overly concerned if you got more than you can eat. It'll be fine for the next day as long as you've cooked it and keep it in your fridge. And you can get really experimental with as far as what you can use it for. If you have any other questions about what makes our fish different than what you get at the grocery store, or why we consider our fish to be sushi grade, feel free to contact us at coldcountrysalmon.com. Again, this is Zach with Cold Country Salmon. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you soon.